So this lesson is actually the monthly masterclass for May, and today's lesson is for the P5, P6 mainly, and the topic that we are going to do today is on percentage. All right, so some of the question you can see is a little bit advanced. All right, that is perfectly okay. All right, for the P5, right, if you are here, it just gives you an idea that, in future you'll be encountering such question. It's better to give you a rough idea. All right. For the P6s, you should be able to handle such question easily. All right. If you cannot, don't worry. We'll go through them step by step. All right. And you can try to find out where you can improve on. And with that idea, you can actually go to the e-learning platform and target on that area. Is that okay? All right. So as I was saying, today's lesson, all right, you will need some things like your exercise book or your notebook. That'll be good. This one will be good for writing down some of the notes. If you think that's important, you can actually do so. The best thing is actually having the worksheet, all right, because the worksheet is colored and all this, right? You can actually do nicely the working. You can follow my my model drawing and etc. All right, so that you have compilation of all these very good questions. All right. Stationery, as you know, that I usually draw with different colors and so on. All right, so having more colors would be good for you. The calculator, of course. All right, P5, P6 can use calculator. Let's try to learn how to use it. And lastly, your attention and focus. All right, I need your attention and focus for the next 1 hour and 29 minutes. Cool? Okay, so let's go on into this first question first, shall we? All right, so the first question itself is actually quite tough, really, just to let you know. All right, the first question itself is quite tough. How come? Because it incorporates something called the percentage and it incorporates something called the fraction inside it. All right, so there's a bit of percentage here. There's a bit of a fraction here. All right, so this type of question, what you do? My advice to you is to read carefully, children. All right, don't jump into conclusion, just read carefully. This is a P6 kind of question. Come. How many people involved? 4 people involved. Dr. Ali, science teacher. Bern, that's me. Teacher Indra and Hush. All right, Hush is one of our very important crew in our 88 tuition team, just to let you know. Oh, we got some stickers. All right, so Ali had 296 stickers. Okay, so this is information that we have. All right, not very important at this moment yet. All right, it just tells us the total sticker that Ali has. Bern has 60 stickers less than Hush. Oh no. All right, Bern got lesser than Hush. Why like that? All right. So angry. Oh, Bern also had 35% off the total sticker. All right, this total number of stickers portion, you have to be super aware. Can? So what does that mean? All right, this statement, right, Bern has 35% of the total stickers. I'm going to summarize it. Bern, 35% total. All right, what does this mean? Do you know that 35% can actually be written as what? It can actually be written as a 35 over 100. All right. I think the P5, if your teacher taught you percentage, right? This is the first thing. How to convert from percentage to fraction. How to convert from fraction back to percentage. All right. So the meaning of 35%, right? This percentage symbol here, right? All right. I always tell my students, all right, I always tell my student that this percentage symbol, like the 0, 0 with the slash, right? All right, is actually meant for what? The slash is actually meant for the divide line. All right, and the 200, right, is like for the hundreds like that. Can you see that? All right, that's how I remember. All right, that's how I remember. All right, so if you follow the color coding, you can try to understand. All right, so 35%, right? 35 over 100 can be written as a percentage. It can be written as a fraction. You can even write it as a lowest term. 35 divided by 100, press your calculator, is 7 over 20. All right, I don't know whether is this important or not. All right, I'm just trying to write it out. So you have 2 things. You have 2 items or 2 person. One is Bern, and the other one is the total. All right, so Bern, 7 over 20 total. All right, so if you have something like that in fraction, right, do you remember what you do? All right, if you have 2 person and a fraction in the center, you will say the Bern is actually 7 units and the 20 is the total. All right, you can even bring down to ratio. Bern is to total. 7 is to 20. Can you see that? All right, so again, I don't know. I don't know whether are we going to use it or not. All right, I'm just trying to write out. This is what I see. So sometimes when I see certain clues, this is my thinking process, just to let you know. So these are my thoughts. This portion here are my thoughts, right? My thinking. All right, so again, your teacher cannot see what you are thinking. So sometimes, right, it's very difficult to understand what you're thinking. So your teacher requires you to write out the step by step. Can? So these are actually my thoughts. Can? My thoughts, my idea. All right, after reading that line. Oh, Indra had 1/5 of the number of stickers that Harsh had. Oh, look. So down here we have Indra, you see? 2%, right? Or 2 item, Indra versus Harsh. And there's a fraction in the center. Which means what? Indra is 1 and Harsh is 5. Can you see that? Oh, that's something useful also, right? All right, so we can also down here see that Indra down here versus Harsh is actually 1:5. Right? Is it useful? I don't know. I'm just writing it out. These are my thoughts. Okay? So every line I read, right, it will give me some idea how to encounter, how to approach the question. Oh, how many stickers did Ben have? So I am the star here. Right? It seems that I'm the star here. Okay? Okay. So again, you may think that, sure, how do I approach this? So one thing is you have the thinking process. Next thing, right, if you really don't know, right, why not draw model? Right? Why not draw model? We know that what? We know that Indra versus Harsh is 1:5. So maybe can we just start off with that first? Right? Maybe you can have Indra. Right? Teacher Indra, English teacher versus Harsh, our very important person behind the scene. All right. Is ratio is 1:5, which means that what? Which means that the diagram should look something like that. Right? This is the starting 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can or not? All right. Wow, sure, you draw model so nice. Yeah, no ruler, you know. Still can draw model nicely. Incredible, right? Yeah, I think so. Of course not. I'm using a ruler, children, right? I'm holding a ruler. All right, so down here, all right, you see that Indra versus Harsh is 1:5. All right, then we also have another clue, which is what? Bern had 60 stickers less than Harsh. Yeah. All right, so Bern is lesser than Harsh. Why like that? So sad. All right, so Bern is lesser than Harsh. All right, so in this case, Bern is shorter, Ken. All right, shorter. All right, so shorter. Maybe I don't know. I'm just drawing randomly, like that. I don't know. Is this okay? All right, so Bern is lesser by 60. So down here, right down here, in terms of model, this portion is what? 60. Again, I don't know the length. I don't know how much is what. I don't know. All right, I'm just drawing what I see. Can? Okay, so these are some of the ideas that I have. Right. Yeah, but still don't know how to do leh. Can you see not? Then they say what Bern had 35%. How to make 35%? Of the total. Then where do Ali comes in? Then Ali got 296. Ayo. Can you see not? There's just so many considerations. So maybe sometimes after drawing a model, right, you might get even confused. Correct or not? Yeah. Okay, so where is the part which I think is a bit confused is because, right, do you see me starting from the start of the question? No, right? All right. So I started from the back. I started from like Indra versus Harsh. Then after that, I draw Bern. It's like my thoughts are everywhere. All right, such a big question. My thoughts are everywhere. It's not thinking properly. If your thoughts are not in the right place, what will happen? Obviously, this question you will mess it up. And you say, I don't know how to do. Go to the next question. That will be your thinking. Right? But it's very normal, children. So whenever you have this type of situation, you got a bit of idea here, but the model doesn't seem to fit. Then I don't know how to draw Ali. Then 35% of the total means how many to cut. Then between Bern and Harsh down here is how many? So sad, right? Yeah. So the thing here is, my suggestion is if you encounter such problem, right, the first thing you can do is to go to the next question. All right. So if you don't know, move on, because there is a easier question waiting for you at the back one. All right. So you don't just try to stick at one place forever and wasting time. Like now, I just wasted 10 minutes. Can you see or not? So instead of doing that, why not move on to the next question? So please, children, learn to move on. Learn to move on, especially those PSLE students. All right. Because there is an easy question waiting for you behind. Trust me. Can? All right. So down here, as you can see, right, I don't know what to do already. I also don't know how to cut already. So what you do? All right. For me, right, I will actually redraw again. All right. This time around, right, I try to follow the question. All right. I'm sorry for those who have drawn this out. I'm so sorry. All right. But I'm just trying to state an example that sometimes we do get confused. All right. So how? Don't know, redraw again and calm yourself down. Don't panic. Calm yourself down. Take a deep breath and read the question again. Okay, we have 4%. Stickers. Ali got a total. Burn has 60 less than Hush. Okay, maybe let's try with drawing Burn and Hush first. Burn versus Hush. Okay, Burn got lesser. Okay, never mind. So let's draw Burn lesser. But this time around, let's draw the long and short. A comparison model will do. Okay, Burn is this amount. And obviously, Hush got more. Right, Hush got more. So let's draw Hush having more. Okay, this is Hush having more. Okay, so I read the question from top down. I don't jump out my thoughts. I don't purposely start from the back. I just start from the top down. All right, and we know that Burn has less than Hush. Where is the less? Down here to down here is the 60 less. Okay, then what happened? Okay, Burn had 35% of the total. So 35% of the total, which means that this whole thing represents 35%. Okay, this whole thing represents 35% of the total. That means the total is at 100%. Okay, the total is at 100%. Okay, so this one is at 100%. Okay, slowly. Read a little bit more. Indra had 1/5 of the number of stickers Hush had. Okay, so down here, right? Down here is a very important clue here. All right. Indra has 1/5. But how do I cut Hush into 1/5? Can you see that this portion of Hush, all right, this portion of Hush is the same size as Burn? Can you see the darker green? This portion of Hush is the same size as Burn. All right, you can see another model, right? Okay, this portion is the same size. But there is an extra portion that is sticking out, which is this white color portion that is sticking out. So when the question says that, Indra has 1/5 of the number of Hush, what should I do? I can actually separate Hush, the green color, the dark green color, into 5 parts first. All right, so it's 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, 4 part, 5 parts. So these 5 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are separated. Why? So that Burn, right, on top, right, can also be separated into 5 parts. All right, because they are of the same size down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all these sticks are of the same size, children. Okay, but this white color portion, what must you do? You must also separate into 5 parts. You know that? All right, you must also separate it into 5 parts. All right, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, why do I separate it in a horizontal way? I'm just trying to tell you it's different. All right, it's different. So what do teacher Indra has? Teacher Indra has 1/5, means she only got 1 dark green, 1 of this dark green, 1/5. If you compare the green color portion, 1 of this dark green, and the white color portion. All right, the 60, the 60 is separated into 5 parts down here. All right, so this white color portion, she only get 1/5. You only get 1 of these only. Can you understand? So you have to compare them differently. So this entire white color thing is 60. So what is 1 piece of this? This is actually 60 divided by the 5 pieces, right? Which will actually give you a 12. Can you see? So